Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has picked this expression of interest and nomination form to contest the 2023 presidential election on the platform of the All Progressive Congress. Thank you very much for joining us. It is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Well, just as a follow-up on Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's ambition and presidential race to become the president of Nigeria come 2023, stepping into the shoes of his boss, his spokesman, Laolu Akande, made this known today. Akande said the funds were collected by representatives of Osinbajo's support group. Thank you very much once again. It is Serious Matters. My name is Olukunle Abraham. Well, as you would have expected, well, I know that critics won't like this, that he's gone ahead to pick his forms. People still feel that it's a betrayal for him to have said he wants to run against Baba Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but it is not a betrayal for the likes of Kayode Fayemi, governor of Ekiti State, to run against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not a betrayal for the likes of Governor Yaya Bello to run against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not a betrayal for the likes of Amechi to run against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why would we just be cursing, making issues out of nothing, when everybody, if you are qualified to do something and you just want to do it, why don't you just go ahead? Well, let me also shock you before we come back to this particular development that has come up now. I would also show you another person on the same platform who has also picked his nomination form. Look at this. You see, Pastor Tunde Bakare has also picked his nomination form. Fake news fly all over the place. So, some people came up and said, Pastor Tunde Bakare has dropped his ambition. He's no more he doesn't want to become president again. And at that point, I felt like, is it like God has changed his mind concerning you becoming president? Because I watched with my two eyes where Pastor Tunde Bakare said, there are a number of these and that, and so President Muhammadu Buhari is number 15 and he is next. And so, I don't think God has changed his mind. God doesn't change his mind like that. Yes, God changes his mind, but then if he's going to do that, the Bible says in Amos chapter 3 and verse 7, it says, God will not do a thing until he has revealed it to his prophet. And so, if he revealed to his prophet that he wants to do something, he will also reveal to him that he's changed his mind. So, it is not only Vice President Yemi Osinbajo who has received his nomination form, and interestingly, it was gotten for him by his support group, as Akande, who happened to be his spokesperson, said a passionate team of support group and individual Nigeria from across the country have raised funds to support the purchase of APC nomination form for the Vice President's 2023 presidential bid. Today, the forms are being collected by representatives of the team, just as the Vice President continues in interactions with APC stakeholders across the states. Today, Vice President Osinbajo is in Cross Rivers and Bayelsa states. The APC expression of interest in nomination form cost 100 million naira, and the support group has come up with that. We should expect anything to happen. People will come up and if children of a particular person came up, he 17 children donated 50 million naira for him to buy his own form to become governor on the same platform, 50 million naira by 17 children. And by the time we saw the picture of those children, maybe some of them have never reached 17 years old. But then that's all we see for inside this place. Now, Serious Matters with in the APC, at least 15 Southerners are already in the race. 15. That is that's 1.5 billion naira for the party already, for just on forms. They are Governor Dave May of Obanjo State. That person didn't betray. Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State is not a betrayer. Former Governor Rachel Sokorocha, ex-Governor Adams Oshiomhole, APC stalwart Bola Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Governor Kayode Fayemi, who declared his intention yesterday the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godwill Akpabio, the Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajueba, and a former Senate President, Ken Namani, and others from the South contesting on the platform of the APC includes the Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, who has found it difficult to resolve ASU's problem with the federal government and yet wants to become the president of the whole country. Well, that's okay. That's okay. These are all just, it's a bid. It's a bid, and so anybody can come on board and bid, but then we will get to the bottom of this. We will see what happens at the end of the day. All we know on this platform is that only one person will become president. Yes, only one person will take over from President Muhammadu Buhari, and so we'll have to wait. We also have former governor of Ogun State, Governor Ibikunle Amusan, Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, and influential pastor Tunde Bakare that I showed you earlier on, who picked up his phone today. Osinbajo had on Wednesday during his visit to Taraba and Adamawa State, in continuation of his engagement with stakeholders and delegates of the APC in the state, said, "My reason for aspiring for the office of the President of Nigeria is to serve the Nigerian people. I have no other reason or objective to except to serve. After one has been in office as vice president for 7 years, I know that God did not give me that opportunity so that I would sit down somewhere and write the history of my service as vice president." So he believes that God gave him that opportunity so that he'll be able to see what is ahead and what to do. It is for the purpose of serving the people, and that is why I am so determined that if God gives me the opportunity to serve, he said, it's not a do or die affair. It's not a do or die affair. It's not a do or die affair. If it happens, oh well and good. If it doesn't happen, we're still good to go. Whoever comes up, we believe. You see, the Bible is clear about it, that the powers that be, they are of God. We said during one of our Sunday schools in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, one of the parishes, the Sunday school, I think of 2 Sundays ago, they talked about governance. And, the Bible told us that the governments that be, they are ministers of God. And somebody said, oh, really? You mean this person is also a minister of God? Everybody who is in position of authority, they are ministers. They are ministers of God. It's God who put them in office. So he also has the understanding. And so he believes that if God gives him the opportunity, not by force, but then if God gives him the opportunity, he will serve. The Nigerian people will realize indeed they have done the right thing by putting me in office, because I would serve the country with everything, with all my heart, and with commitment. Okay. The platform is yours now. Drop your comments, but you know what? Make it simple and civil. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Thank you very much for watching, and please share our video with others and drop your comments. We will engage you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.